Hello there, everyone. The Andrada here, and welcome back to episode 12 of our Project Architect 2 Let's Play series, where today we are working on getting some infrastructure set up. Mechanism is our main goal, getting cranked through, our metallurgic infusers automated, all of that good stuff, factory upgrades, like whatever we need to do to get done, we're getting it done. So let's get it done. You know, my friend once said to me, "What rhymes with orange?" I told him, "No, it doesn't." Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of the Andrada, where today we are continuing on with our expansion of our infrastructure here by getting our mechanism all automated and set up like we had discussed last episode. So if we pop back into our machine room over here, you're going to see I did go ahead and get our ender chest set up, our furnace set up over here. If we take a look, I taught the system how to make a netherite furnace, which is pretty simple to do. So we have netherite furnaces here. Our mine, when it mines stuff up, comes into this chest, drops it into here, ends up going into this ender chest, which I have set back up here in our MDF. Down yonder here, I have that ender chest with an import bus, fully speed upgraded. That is going to import everything that comes into that ender chest into our system. So we do need to keep an eye on our disk drawers, but so far we're doing pretty darn good. It was mentioned to me that there is an extended disk drive, by the way. I thought there was an extended disk drive. Maybe this isn't called a disk drive, is it? This is called a ME drive. So sorry. ME drive. There's an extended version which holds double the amount. Hold 20 storage cells instead of 10. So something to consider as we expand. It really wouldn't be too difficult to go ahead and grab this. Honestly, I mean, at this point, I might as well. I'll request the crafting card or the capacity card. And then really quickly just take these out. I mean, we don't have any automation set up, so it's not that big of a deal to just do this now, is it? Interesting that I can still see all my stuff. It's not working, though. I already forgot. What is my button? There we go. I was like, what is my button for crafting things? Because I do not recall. It probably helps if I take the stuff out of the drawers that I need first before I go ahead and just destroy everything that I have. Yeah, the Andrada. Be wise, my friend. Be wise. So let's go ahead and click the button to grab all the stuff out that is needed. Then I can go ahead and do this thing again. Break this. Go ahead and craft up the extended drive. And then if I put this guy in here, now we have 20 slots available to us. There we go. I'm not going to like the fact that these are out of order now. So you are full. You are not. You are full. You are not. Okay, there we go. Now the coloring will make sense. Whew, okay. And we can expand up. We have extra slots available to us. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. It looks great and it's extended. So with that being said, I'd like to work on getting our metallurgic infusers set up. Oh, wrong place. Metallurgic infusers set up with our mechanism over here. That way we can get mechanism taken care of. We can start upgrading. We can start getting all of the machines and everything that we would want for mechanism taking done. So I've gone ahead and set up a setup here for us with an enrichment chamber. Went ahead and made that guy. Wasn't really terribly too difficult. Just requires steel is the hardest part, but we have steel available to us. And we're going to work on getting this setup completely automated. And we're going to start out with our enrichment chamber. The enrichment chamber is going to make the enriched versions of all of the different infusion materials that belong in each of these metallurgic infusers. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to teach the system how to make enriched carbon. Enrichment chamber, throw some coal in there. Bam, you get enriched carbon. And the reason that we do this is, and I mention this every single Let's Play because it is very important to understand why. When we infuse the enrichment, when we put this inside of the metallurgic infuser, we're going to get, for example, 80 millibuckets of carbon. If I were to just put the coal into there, I get 10 millibuckets of carbon. So I turn essentially one coal into one enriched obsidian or enriched carbon, which gets me 8 80 total carbon. It 8x's our process, so it's much more efficient. Even in a world like this where we basically have infinite resources, I still always set it up because you cannot beat 8xing your materials at all. And it especially applies when you get into things like diamond and stuff, where even in a world like this, diamond is still not like super duper. I mean, it is available to us in very large quantities because we have, a transmutation table with 1.74 billion EMC right now. But still, we want to go ahead and 8x our setup. We're also going to need to get ourselves refined obsidian dust, which is made in the diamond smelter with powdered obsidian. We don't want the diamond. We just need the obsidian dust portion of things. And then the obsidian dust itself, that does not have a recipe. So that is not what I want then. Obsidian dust. No. That comes from powdered obsidian. That's what I want. So I need to go ahead and drag that over to there to let that happen. Yeah, powdered obsidian. The obsidian dust does not have a recipe. Now for powdered obsidian, I can get this in an enrichment chamber as well by just smelting up obsidian. So this can go into there as well. And there. Easy peasy. So if I go ahead and put these in there, now we're going to have these all be able to be crafted. However, I kind of want, actually, you know what? No, I already have it set up with my interface to request each one of these. In order to get that to happen, though, I just have to make myself a crafting card, which I taught the system how to make in between episodes. If I take the crafting card and I pop it in here, we're going to notice this should not kick on. We're going to clear out. Input is going to be from the back, and output will be on the back as well. And it should, there we go, should kick on. So it kicked the 16 coal that it wanted because this is asking for 16 enriched carbon. It's going to do the same with the diamond, and it's going to get hung up on the enriched obsidian. Actually, yeah, it's going to get hung up on the enriched obsidian because it doesn't know where to put this just yet, but we will get to that very soon. Now this should be auto-ejecting. There we go. And then those will come and sit over here. So perfect. We're going to go ahead and we're going to turn off, not all, I want mechanism. I do not want to hear the enrichment chamber. Thank you. Good. Okay. So this is going to go. It's not very fast, but once we get this automated, getting upgrades will be much easier. So we have our coal over here, and we do want to go ahead and take out our blocks of coal and our blocks of redstone. While very handy initially, we don't need that much, or we don't need those in here anymore because we are going to go ahead and use our enriched obsidian. So what I want to do with these is utilize Xnet to pull from here and to insert into these machines. And I only want to keep one at a time in their inventories. So I'm going to go ahead into Xnet, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a new channel called our item channel. And inside of here, we're going to find out which metallurgic infuser is which. So the first one is my last, which I don't want. And the last is my first, which is the one that we're currently working on. So I'm going to come into this guy and I'm going to say, okay, you are going to insert. But what you are going to insert is going to be enriched carbon. And I want to make sure you only have one of you inside at any one time. I only want the one. And you can insert on the down. That is perfectly fine. We will actually even go ahead, and it already is set up that the bottom is the extra slot. We're going to clear out so we can do this, and then we can set this to be input, output, and auto eject. So now if I go ahead and say, hey, from this, we're going to extract. You're going to extract as fast as you can, an entire stack as fast as you can. It should put the enriched carbon in there. And then once it's used, it'll put another one in there. Now, currently, we don't have the room for this because we only have 20 millibuckets more of room, whereas this is required. This is going to put 8. So it's just going to sit there, and that's what I want. And then this will continue to keep its 16 in stock at all times. And we'll move to the redstone and the diamond. And that's the setup, guys. Like, it's fairly simple overall. All we have to do is this. That's going to be number 2. So we're going to say, hey, currently I want to turn this channel off because I don't want it to insert the wrong things. But we're going to go ahead and filter this, and you're going to keep one inventory. I'm going to assume you are that guy. Yep. So you are going to insert, but you will insert the enriched diamond, keep one in its inventory. And then you are going to be our final with the enriched obsidian, and again, keep one in your inventory. I can go ahead and turn this channel on again. And luckily, with this setup, because of applied energistics allowing me to put the items back into the pattern provider, I don't need to use Xnet for item movement or anything like that. In refined storage, you want to use Xnet to move the items, to take the items out of this and shove them back into the interface. But because applied energistics, this is an output and an input into the pattern providers, we don't have to deal with any of that, which is great. We're going to go ahead and configure this. So this will be 5 clicks, and I think this is 3. This is also going to be configured with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And then you will be cleared 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And you will all need to be auto eject. So let me go ahead and fix that. Auto eject and auto eject. Okay. Cool. So now the only thing we have to do is get this guy put into here, because that's going to tell it how to make refined obsidian dust, though it's going to have some of the diamond dust to go first. So we can go ahead and actually grab some diamond just to get it kick-started. And then I don't know if I wanted that many diamonds, but sure. No, and it has to be, you know what? It has to be powdered diamond, doesn't it? It can't be just regular diamond. So never mind. We won't kickstart it. We'll just shove those into there so that way the system has it. Eventually, we will get the enriched diamond in here, and then it'll process once those finish. But we don't want these to be this slow because they are absolute dog water at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and work on upgrading those by utilizing speed upgrades. Now, did I teach the system how to do those yet? I have not. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and say, hey, sir, I need you to make speed upgrades. In order to do so, we're going to need osmium dust. So we're going to have to get our crushing factory automated. We're also going to need to get energy upgrades. So we're going to want to get our some gold dust in there. I don't need any of these anymore. But that gets my speed upgrades done. I am going to need to teach the system how to make infused alloy, which is iron inside of this setup. So we're going to grab this. That's going to go into our infused alloy. We might as well go ahead and teach steel as well, which is you. Yeah. So enriched iron goes to steel blend. And then we're going to add steel blend to the system because I got to smelt that. And then enriched iron is also in the carbon. So both of these go into here. And you go into here. Then I'm going to need a pattern to go into our smelter. So we finally have something for our smelter. Usage of you is going to be smelted up into steel. We're going to want some more patterns, please. Luckily, I made a bunch. So you're going to go into our furnace. That's you. And then you two are just general crafts, which go into our assembly chandelier, which has a ton of room available in it. Okay, so that should be doing the diamond, which means this should now have diamond as an infusion type. Good. And then eventually, once that finishes, it'll start working on that. But we want to get these upgraded. Okay, so cool. So now we're going to want to go ahead. A couple more things that we need to teach the system. We're going to want from Mekanism, we're going to want tier upgrades. These are too slow for me right now. I want to speed it up. We're going to need to teach the system how to make these basic control circuits because we don't know that. So that's going to go into the redstone. This is a craft. That's a redstone. Maybe take it up to advanced at this point. I don't know if we have the power to handle that, though. So that might be our bottleneck here. And you are also just a general craft. So if we come in here, we can go ahead and get these 3 guys into here. I'm probably just going to take these up to basic tier. I don't trust that we have enough power. And I would really hate to... where are you supposed to go? You're supposed to go into the redstone one, which is much easier for me to just do this. I don't want to burn through all of our power and then we end up with issues. So let's get tier upgrades. Let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier upgrades. And while those are cooking, oh, well, okay. I was like, while those are cooking, they're cooked. This setup is so fast. That assembly chandelier that we have is absolutely ridiculously fast. We'll go ahead and do this so that can sort. Keep in mind that these now do have a larger buffer of their dusts. So it is going to, this guy is going to cook more. It's going to want to do more work. If we come over here to our crushing factory, we can go ahead and grab a pattern provider, which I made ahead of time. We're going to go ahead and put those down there. We do need to connect it with a cable until we get more machines going on here. So let's grab some smart cable. Sure. Bam, bam, bam. That way it's connected to the system. And then as we add more machines here, we can. I don't know why I put this at the end. I just decided I wanted it at the end. Also don't care for the carpet, so go ahead and go away. Crushing factory is going to go ahead and get recipes for the osmium dust. So that's going to be a crusher of osmium. Then we're going to have gold dust. You're going to be a crusher of gold. And steel blend, we already took care of that, right? Yeah, okay. So you two can go into here. Then we're going to want speed upgrade. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 48 speed, 48 energy. So mechanism upgrade. We're going to want a total of 64. Did I say 48? No, I meant 64. We're going to speed upgrade all of these. And whenever you speed upgrade, you also want to energy upgrade. Do not ever do them in isolation. You will be, well, at least don't ever do speed upgrades in isolation. Energy upgrades are fine. Speed upgrades by themselves, if you do that, you're going to be in a world of hurt when it comes to power. Okay, so we're going to want to go ahead and configure this. So your input and output, and then auto eject. Now this can go ahead and do its thing. We can go ahead and speed it up, because it's going to take a while for all those things to get done. But we should be getting them in. The first set, I'm going to go ahead and throw into this. So once we get to 8 of each. Yes. We're probably holding on infused alloys now. Yeah. Let's go. Hurry up. Give me 8 of each. I got my speeds. And some energies. It's doing the speed upgrades first now, not the energies. So now we're going to have to wait. They were working concurrently, but yeah, now we're on a slowdown. Go ahead. Go as fast as you can. Burn through all that redstone. That's fine. Let's speed you up to... We're probably burning through a ton of power, but that's okay. I'll take it for now. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go energy upgrading all these first, that we make sure that they all have them. Then we can go ahead and speed upgrade to make them do their stuff faster. Perfect. That leaves us with 16 in each. And you're going to see now they operate much faster. Granted, this is tick accelerated, so that is not a good indicator of how fast they can operate. This is, though. So this is speed upgraded and energy upgraded, how fast it is. So it's about maybe 1.5 seconds for a process to be taken care of, or to be done. Now we can actually go ahead and make ourselves a refined obsidian paxel, which would be great because it's faster and better, and I love it. It's greater than what we have going on, which means we need to make a refined obsidian ingot, which is... we need an osmium compressor for that too, and osmium fed in. All right, we'll get to that later then. Not a big deal. But yeah, this is infrastructure, right? We need infrastructure in order to be able to do all of the things in the pack that we have goals and stuff for, like getting into power. Now that we have some of these things taken care of, it will make getting into other things much easier for us overall. I think next episode, we're going to work on getting ourselves into power and start working on getting power gen going. Because if we go home, let's go check out how we're doing overall. And we really, honestly, nothing is running 24/7. So we really shouldn't be terribly too bad. This guy is running at 64, and this guy's throttled himself up a little bit, but not really terribly too much. So we do still have some buffer room. I'm going to go ahead and grab these, and these are going to move into our machine room to the other side. And then we'll fix that later. It kind of seems like our house is not really going to have much in it since I'm taking over all those things. Our house is just where we live, and it's going to look nice. And then all these other places are where we're going to put stuff. But anyway, so that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Tips, tricks, suggestions, all that good stuff, let me know. Like I said, we're getting infrastructure set up. Once infrastructure is taken care of, it will make things much easier for us in the long run. Oh, before I go, I actually want to go ahead and I've been sitting on a bunch of quests, and I know one of the random... Was that you? One of the random rewards that we can get from our quests is a transmutation interface. I don't think we have any epic quests unlocked, but I'm going to click the button anyway and see what happens, and maybe we get something good. Yeah. No, nothing too exciting, it looks like. Some stuff I already had, which is fine. A bunch of stuff that fell into the world. All right, let's see. We got a lever. Nice. Pumpkin seeds, we don't know that. So we're going to go ahead and throw that into here. Chronicle of Shadows, we didn't learn that either. A squid beak, we'll take that. The pedestal, we don't know that. Some dynamos. None of you guys look to have EMC on you. Elevators, I already had you. Glowing bread, I have infinite food, so I'm not. Oh, basic to netherite upgrade, that's pretty good. I got a set of these, which I didn't necessarily need. Can I learn you? Yeah. A basic EMC link, that's nice that I got one of those. I already had one. And that's it. So nothing too super duper exciting, unfortunately. But better than nothing, right? Like, we're not going to complain about these things. We got stuff. Oh, and getting stuff got us stuff. So, nope, that's just this one, which I want. We'll have lights to be turned on. I think that was because I had. This is a repeatable quest. So, don't check it again if you've already done it. Okay, well, I guess never mind. We didn't get anything super duper exciting, but that's okay. It just means we have work to do, and maybe one day, eventually, we'll get lucky. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.